Hello learners, I am Parikshit and welcome to another very exciting session on Unacademy CAT-alyst. In today's session, we are going to learn about installments and solve some very interesting installment based questions. Remember and trust me when I say that this is the only video that you need to look at to clear all your concepts about any type of questions that can ever be asked in your CAT regarding installments. I'm sure this is one topic which most of you don't understand because you don't understand the formulas. In this particular session, I'm not going to use any formulas, but I'm going to use common sense and logic to explain each and every concept that you ever need to know to solve installment based questions in your upcoming examinations. So let's get started. This is me, Parikshit Saikia, your educator on the Unacademy platform with the highest live class ratings, thanks to my learners. A few new batches are starting on Unacademy in the next few days. The 27th of October, Wednesday, I am starting a beginner's course on LRDI for CAT 2022. This is going to be an exhaustive course, a comprehensive one, every Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, 10:15 p.m. to 11:45 p.m. live on Unacademy Plus. Also, from November 1 onwards, I'm going to start a complete beginner's course on arithmetic for CAT 2022 aspirants. Remember, arithmetic is the most important topic for your quant section. And if you're able to master this section, you could very well clear the cutoffs in your CAT just with this section. November 1, Monday, 10 p.m. onwards, arithmetic starts. So if you have not enrolled yet on Unacademy Plus, remember to enroll at the earliest using my code Parikshit Live for maximum discounts. And also, if you use the code Parikshit Live, you will get free mentorship. Yeah, you heard it correct. Free mentorship from my side, and mentorship is going beyond your class hours to help you with all your queries and doubts. A lot of batches are starting. Again, as I said, the 23rd and the 27th of October is the weekday evening batch which starts. And yes, do remember to enroll live using the code Parikshit Live on Unacademy Plus. Let's get started with today's class. Okay, let's pull up the questions on the screen. First set of questions on your screens. As I said, this is going to be a class on installment based SI and CI questions. Let's look at the first question. What annual installment will discharge a debt of rupees 9,800 due in 4 years? So basically, at the end of 4 years, you got to pay 9,800. So what should be the annual installment such that 9,800 due in 4 years is cleared? Okay, I will say let the annual installment be P. Let the annual installment at the end of the first year be P. It's an equal installment. Second year be P, third year be P, and the annual installment at the end of 4 years is P, fourth year. Correct? Now think about it. The P which you return, so this is basically annual installment at the end of the first year. This is the annual installment at the end of the second year. Then the third year, and then the fourth year. Correct? Now think about it. The money which you return at the end of the first year, what happens? If you return P at the end of the first year, this money was due only at the end of 4 years. But you are returning at the end of first year. Meaning, bank has got extra 3 years. Bank has got the money 3 years in advance. So what will the bank do? Bank will take your money and put it in the savings account and put it in their savings account, not yours. The bank savings account where they are going to earn 15% per annum simple interest. So simple interest formula is PRT by 100, right? PRT by 100. So 15% per year, P into R is 15. What is T? T is 3 years because bank is able to get the money 3 years in advance. So 45. So can I say this becomes 3 into 15, 45P divided by, correct? Next, you are returning P at the end of 2 years. What will happen? If you are returning the money at the end of 2 years, bank has got the money 2 years in advance. 2 years in advance. Remember, the money was due only at the end of fourth year, but bank got the money 2 years in advance. So bank will take your P and put it in the bank savings account. So what is the savings account interest they will earn in 2 years? P into R into T. R is 15, T is 2 years. So 30P by 100. 30P by 100. Similarly, the money which you return at the end of 3 years, bank would take the money and put it in their savings account. Put it in their savings account, right? For how many years? Remember, money was due only at the end of 4 years. You returned at the end of 3 years. So bank had time to keep the money in their savings account for 1 year extra. 1 year extra. So 15P by 100. 15P by 100. And what about the P? This P would be as it is because you returned at the end of the 4th year and it was also due at the end of the 4th year, right? So bank has no time to keep it in their savings account. So how much money is this? How much money at the end of 4 years? If I calculate this money, 4P plus 15 plus 30, 45, 45 plus 45, 90. 4P plus 90P by 100. Correct? This is the amount at the end of 4 years. So at the end of 4 years, when bank withdraws the money from the savings account, this is what they would have. This is what they would have. So 4P plus 90P by 100 is nothing but 9P by 10. You can cancel the 0. 9P by 10. And as per the question, this should be equal to 9800. Correct? Because that is the debt. Do the maths. 49P, take the LCM, 49P by 10 is equal to 9800. Or if I do the calculations, this is 200. So P is 200 into 10, 2000. So answer for the first question is 2000. Answer for the first question is 2000, and I hope you understand this. Any doubt in this that you wish to ask? Clear? Very easy. Don't worry, even if you have some doubts, by the time I solve all the questions, the chapter would become very easy. Correct? Let's go to question number 2. Let's go to question number 2. Okay, number 2. What annual installment will discharge a debt of rupees 19,800 due in 3 years at 10% per annum simple interest? So remember, you have your loan amount at the end of 3 years is 19,800. That is what the amount is due. That is how the amount is due. Correct? So what will I say? I will say let the money that you need to return at the end of every year's be P. Remember, 3 years. So you are going to return some money at the end of the first year, some money at the end of the second year, and some money at the end of the third year. Some money at the end of the third year. Correct? Let it be P. Now remember, money is due only at the end of 3 years. But if you decide to return P at the end of 1 year, what will the bank do? Bank will be very happy. Bank will take the P and it will keep in their savings account, in the bank savings account. Why? Because remember, bank needs the money. It is due only at the end of 3 years. You return at the end of 1 year would mean bank has got 2 years of extra time. So what will it will do? The bank will take your money which you returned at the end of 1 year and will keep it in their savings account. So their savings account for how many years? 2 years. So 1 year you are getting 10%, 2 years you would have got 20%. So PRT by 100. P into R into T is 10 into 2, 20. So 20P by 100. Correct? Similarly, at the end of the second year, if you return the money, remember bank have to have the money only at the end of 3 years. You return at the end of 2 years. So for 1 year, bank got the money in advance. So bank is going to take your money and keep it in their savings account, right? So how much will the bank earn? 10%. So 10P by 100. And whatever money you return at the end of 3 years, that bank cannot do anything. Bank cannot do anything. It has not got extra time. So it has no extra time to earn interest on it. So can I say at the end of 3 years, in the bank savings account, P plus P is 3P, 3P plus 30P by 100 is the money at the end of 3 years in the bank savings account. As per the question, this must be equal to the total debt. So 3P, 30 by 100 can be written as 3 by 10. 30 by 100 can be written as 3 by 10. Correct? 3P plus 3P by 10 is equal to 19,800, or 33P by 10 is equal to 19,800. Correct? Or P is equal to 6. P is equal to 6,000, and that's your answer. And that's your answer. I hope it is becoming abundantly clear now. P is equal to 6. Do you get it? Remember, you need to conceptualize. You do not use any formula which is given in some random book and try to mug up. Remember, if you try to mug up a formula which is there in your books, what will happen? You will not be able to solve on the day of the exam, because that two things. One, you might forget the formula. B, question might be a bit twisted such that you will not even understand what to do with the formula. Correct? So please try to go logically. Don't use any formula. Answer is 6,000. Correct? Next, third one. Third one. A mobile phone is available for rupees 25,000 cash or rupees 5,200 down payment, followed by 4 equal monthly installments. Okay. If the rate of interest charge is 25% per annum, find the value of the monthly installment. Now remember, you are getting two options. You either pay the entire cost, which is 25,000 cash, or you say, you know what, I'm going to pay only 5,200 now. It's a down payment. So you're paying immediately at that point of time. And the remaining money, you're going to pay in 4 equal installments. What is the balance amount? What is the balance amount? Remember, the balance amount is 25,000 minus 5,200. Minus 5,200 is the balance amount. Correct? So how much is that? That will come out to be 19,800. 19,800. Yes. Now remember, 19,800, you wish to take an EMI. Now what will happen on this 19,800? They are going to charge interest on it. They are going to charge interest on it. So what is your debt? Your debt at the end of 4 months that you are supposed to pay is the principal, which is 19,800 plus the interest on it. What is the interest? Interest is PRT by 100. PRT by 100. So P into R. R is 25% per annum into T. T is how much? 4 equal monthly installments. So 4 months divided by 100 into 12. Why? Because in the formula PRT by 100, you know what? You got to take T in years. So 4 months is 1 by 3. 4 months is 1 by 3. Okay. I'm just doing the maths. 19800 divided by 12 plus 19800. How much you are getting? I am getting the total debt as 21,450. So this is the amount you need to return at the end of 4 months. Today, if you pay, obviously you are going to pay less. But if you decide to pay later, you also going to pay interest on it. Now you say you want to pay this in monthly equal installments. Monthly equal installments. Correct? So how much you want to return? Let's say every month you want to return pay. So pay, P, P, and P. Correct? First, let's get started. You know what? You return P at the end of 1 month. But this P was due only at the end of how much? This P was due only at the end of 4 months. So because you return early, 3 months in advance, bank is going to take your P and put it in their savings account. And put it in their savings account where they are going to earn interest. How much interest can they earn? Remember, it is 25% per annum. So 20, I will divide by 12 later on, okay? So 3 months. For 3 months, bank can earn interest on it. So 25 into 3, 75. 75p. Divided by, not 100, but rather it is 1200. Why? This is month, right? So 25% is per annum. So 25 into 3 is 75%, but divided by 12. Why? Because it is monthly installment. So 1200. Next, second month. At the end of 2 months, you return another pay. So what is bank gonna do? Bank is gonna take your money and put it in their savings account. For how many months? For 2 months. Why? Remember, the money was due only at the end of 4 months. You paid 2 months in advance. Bank is gonna like it, take your money, put it in their savings account. So 25 into 2, 50p, 2 months, but divide by 1200. Why? Because at the end of the day, this is monthly. Similarly, you return money at the end of 3 months. Bank has got 1 month in advance. So it will take your money, put it in their savings account. So 25 by pay, 1200. And then finally, the last month, whatever you return, bank cannot do anything with that because you return just in time. So no interest is possible on that. So at the end of 4 months, how much money will the bank have in their savings account? 4p plus 150p by 1200. 4p by 150p by 1200. So 158 are correct. Sorry. So at the end of 4 months, this is the money bank will have 4p plus p by 8. 4p plus p by 8. As per the question, 4p plus p by 8 must be equal to the total debt. What is the total debt that we calculated? Leftmost on your board, 21450. Can you see? Leftmost on your board. So can you do the maths? 33p by 8 is equal to 21450. 21450, correct? So 21450 divided by 33 into 8 comes out to be, P will come out to be 52. P will come out to be 5200, and that's your answer. And that's your answer. A brilliant question. I mean, this is the highest level of difficulty in your CAT examination. The toughest they can ask for installments. If you are clear on this, you'll be able to solve any question. Any question. Trust me, any question, basically. Let's do a few more. Let's do a few more questions, okay, on this. Let's go to question number 4. Question number 4 on your screen. Okay. Let's look at 4 and let's read it together. Abhinav purchases a track suit for rupees 2400 cash or rupees 1000 cash down payments and 2 monthly installments of rupees 800 each. Find the rate of interest. Okay. So what is the balance amount? What is the balance amount? Remember, the total price of the suit is 2400. So you either pay 2400 cash or now you pay only 1000 and remaining you make down payments. So how much it is? 2400 minus 1000 is 1400. So 1400 is the balance amount which you decide to pay in 2 installments. 2 installments, correct? Fine. Now, because that 1400 is the outstanding amount, you did not pay it now, bank is gonna charge interest on it. Bank is gonna charge interest on it. So what is your debt? Your debt is your outstanding balance, which is 1400 P plus simple interest, PRT by 100. P plus PRT, P into R. R is how much? That's what you need to calculate, into T. T is 2 months divided by 100. Remember, time is in years. So if you write 2 months, basically you're going to divide by 12 because it is in years. So 0, 0 cancels out. So 1s are, 6 are, 2 3s are, 2 7s are. So can I say total debt is 1400 plus 7R by 3. 1400 plus 7R by 3. That is the total debt you need to pay at the end of 2 months, right? 2 installments. Fine. Now they are saying find the rate of interest. Now remember, you are making 2 equal installments. What is the rate of what is the installments? Let's say that every installment is P. Both the installments are for rupees P each. Now first month you return P. First month, remember this 800. I'm going to put that 800 later on. Last May I'll put that 800. Don't worry, I'm taking P. Every month you are returning P. So first month you return P rupees. Now what will the bank do? Bank will feel very happy about it. Why very happy? Because bank has got the money 1 month in advance. Remember, the money was due only at the end of 2 months, but you paid at the end of 1 month. So what is the bank gonna do? Bank is gonna take your money and earn interest on it. It is gonna put it in their savings account. So in their savings account would mean P into R into T. What is T here? T is 2 months, right? T is 1 month. 1 month. Why? You're paying 1 month in advance. So basically, PRT is 1 divided by 100. Now, whatever money you return at the end of the second month, bank cannot earn interest on it. Why? Because you return just in time. It was due in 2 months. You return at the end of 2 months, right? Fine. No interest on it. So at the end of 2 months, how much money will the bank have in its saving account? 2P plus PR by 100. 2P plus PR by 100. Correct? So let's substitute the value. What is P here? P is the monthly installment, which in our case is 800. So 2 into 800 is 1600. 1600 plus 800R by 800R by 100. This must be equal to how much? The total debt, which is 1400 plus 7R by 3. 7R by So how much you are getting? 200 is equal to 7R by 3. 800 by 100 is 8 minus R. Or 200 is equal to 4R by 4R by 3. 4 ones are 450s are. So can I say R is equal to 150%? What is the rate of interest? 150%. Answer is none of. You got this? Any doubt in this that you all wish to ask? 7R minus this should have been actually. You can do the maths. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this that you wish to ask? Clear? Let's go to the next one. Number 5 on your screen. Number 5. A sum of rupees 10,000 is borrowed at 8% per annum compounded annually, which is paid back in 3 equal installments. Find the amount of each installment. This time it is compounded annually. Okay, remember annual compounding. Fine. So what is your debt? You have borrowed 10,000 rupees. Correct? So 10,000 rupees you have borrowed is the principal. What is the interest? 8%. So 1.08. So there are two ways. I think it's compound interest. Most of you are familiar with this formula. Amount is P into 1 plus R by 100. 1 plus R by 100 to the power 3. So this can be written as 10,000 into, I'm writing it here, okay, so that I have space. This can be written as 10,000 into 1.08 whole cube. Correct? Please do the calculations. 1.08 whole cube into 10,000 comes out to be, I'm doing the calculations at my end, 12597.1. This is your total debt. This is the money you need to return at the end of 3. Correct? What you decided? You decided you are going to return equal installments. Fine. So let's say let the value of the equal installments be P. It would be wrong if you just divide by 3 and say that's the answer. That is incorrect. Remember, we're talking about installments. So let the value of each installment be P. So what happens? At the end of the first year, you are returning P. At the end of the second year, you are returning P. At the end of the third year, you are returning P. Correct? Now what will happen? At the end of 1 year, you decided to return P rupees. Good. Bank feels happy about it. Why? Because the money was due only at the end of 3 years. You returned at the end of 1 year. So bank is going to take your money and put it in the bank savings account. For how many years? For 2 more years. Why? Money was due in 3 years. You returned at the end of 1 year. So bank got the money 2 years in advance. Because bank got the money 2 years in advance, it's gonna earn interest on it. How much interest? 8%. So 1.08 whole square. Similarly, whatever money you return at the end of 2 years, bank feels happy about it. Why? Because the money was due at the end of 3 years. You took the money and you gave the money at the end of 2 years. So for 1 year before, bank got the money. So bank is going to keep the money in their savings account for 1 extra year. Return at the end of 2 years, bank got 1 year in advance. So for 1 year, bank will earn interest on it. And whatever money was due at the end of the third year, whatever you return, fine. Bank will earn no interest on it. Because money was due at that time only. So how much is this? Please calculate, add them up. 1.08 whole square plus 1.08 plus 1. How much is this? This comes out to be 3.2464p if you add. As per the question, whatever this number you got, right? This is your total amount that has been returned. 3.2464p. This must be equal to your total debt. What is your total debt? 12597.12. Find the value of P. Correct? 12597.12 divided by 3.2464. So value of P will come out to be 3880.34. 3880.34, which is option B. Got it? Pretty simple one if you understand the logic. Pretty simple. I would say pretty simple It's same way. Just you understand one sum, you'll be able to do all the sums. So let's go to number 6. Let's go to number 6. Number 6 on your screen. Rahul takes a loan of 1,50,000 at an interest rate of 20% per annum, compound interest, okay, compounded annually, which is compounded annually. He agrees to pay 3 equal installments in 3 years, one installment at the end of every year. Find the value of each installment. Again, very similar. Remember, if you look at your book, you will see such complicated formulas you'll not even understand, and it scares you. What I'm doing today is giving you a logic which will help you to solve without even thinking and knowing that you are using any formula. Correct? So let's remember, what is the debt? Debt is the money that you borrowed into the interest. So 1,50,000 is what you have borrowed. How much? At compound interest of 20%. So 1 plus R by 100 to the power n, 3 years. So I think I will put this as, better way of writing this is 150,000 into 1.2 whole cube. 1.2 whole cube. Correct. So please tell me how much is this? 1.2 whole cube into 1,50,000 comes out to be 259,200. 259,200. That's what you'll get, right? That's what you will get if you do the calculation. So this is your debt. This is your debt. You decide to return the money in installments. Correct. So what happens? Let the value of each installment be P. Let the value of each installment be P. P, P, P. So first P represents the money you returned at the end of the first year. Second P returns the money you returned at the end of 2 years. And third P resembles the money you returned at the end of the third year. Fine? Let's start again. You return the money at the end of the first year, but the money was due only at the end of 3 years. Bank feels very happy about it. Why? Because for 2 extra years, bank got the money 2 years prior. So what will happen? Bank will take your money and put it in their savings account, the bank savings account, for 2 extra years. So how much interest will it get? 1.2 whole square. Similarly, whatever money you return at the end of the second year, bank is going to take that money and put it in their savings account for how many years? One year. Why? You returned at the end of 2 years. Money was due only at the end of the third year. So bank is going to take your money, put it in their savings account for how many years? 1 year. And last, third year, no time to earn interest on it. So this is P. Add this up, 1.2 whole square plus 1.2 plus 1 comes out to be 3.64p. So at the end of 3 years, this is the money in the bank's savings account. 3.64p. As per the question, 3.64p must be equal to 259,200. 259,200. So how much is the value of P? How much is the value of P? Determine the value of P. 259,200 divided by P. So you'll get your answer as 71209. That's your answer. 71209. That's your answer. Option A. Got it? Brilliant question. I would say this is again a very brilliant question. Correct? Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. If you have doubts, you can always post your comments in the live section of the YouTube. Okay, let's go to the next one. Number 7 on your screen. Number 7 on your screen. Okay. Let's read it together. The compound interest offered on a sum of rupees 5,000 is 8% calculated on a half-yearly basis for a period of 3 years. The borrower keeps paying a sum of rupees 1,000 at the end of every year. What is the amount that has to be paid at the end of the third year so as to clear all dues? Okay, let's look at this. So how much is it? Remember, amount, total debt is amount is P into 1 plus R by 100. So let's write down P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Correct? So what is P? P is 5,000. What is R? R is the rate of interest per annum, right? Now they're saying 8% on a half yearly basis, meaning at the end of every 6 months, you will get 4%, right? 8% on a half yearly basis, meaning 4% per 6 months. So if I say 4% per 6 months, so R would be 1 plus 4 by 100. What is N? N is the compounding frequency. How many times does the compounding happen? Half yearly for 3 years, meaning 1 year 2 times. 1 year 2 times. N is what? Compounding frequency. So 1 year 2 times. So 3 years, 3 into 2, 16. So can I say this is basically 5,000 into 1.04 to the power 6. 5,000 into 1.04 to the power 6. Please do the calculations. To the power 6 into 5,000. You will get this number as 6326.60. This is your debt. This is your debt. This is the money you are expected to return at the end of 3 years. Now what will happen? The borrower keeps paying back a sum of rupees 1,000 at the end of every year. What is the amount that has to be paid at the end of the third year to clear all dues? Okay. Now at the end of the first year, borrower is paying 1,000 rupees. At the end of the second year, borrower is paying 1,000 rupees. Question is all about how much amount the borrower needs to pay at the end of the third year. At the end of the third year to clear all his dues. Correct? Okay. What do? So 1,000 rupees you return at the end of 1 year. Bank is gonna feel very happy about it. Why? Money was due only at the end of 3 years. You return at the end of 1 year. Basically, you return 2 years in advance. 2 years in advance. So bank is gonna take your money, okay, 1,000 rupees, and put it in their savings account. Their savings account. Why? For how many years? For 2 years. Why? You return the money at the end of 1 year. The money was due only at the end of 3 years. So for 2 years, bank could keep the money in their savings account. So when I say 2 years, remember you are compounding half yearly. 8% yearly. Half yearly means 4% every 6 months. So 2 years to the power 4. Why 4? Because 1 year 2 times. So 2 years 4 times. Similarly, you return 1,000 rupees at the end of the second year. Bank is going to feel very happy about it because bank is going to take that 1,000 rupees and put it in their savings account. How much will that get? Remember 8% half yearly, so 4% per every 6 months. 4% per every 6 months. So 1 month, 1 year in advance you have returned. 1 year in advance you have returned. Meaning bank is going to keep that money in their savings account for 1 year. So every 6 months, 4% is going to earn. So compounding frequency is 2 times. And third year, whatever is balance, you have to pay at the end of the third year. So how much is this money if you add? How much is this? Can you add up? 1.04 whole square. Correct? I'm doing the calculations. Plus 1.04 to the power 4. Correct? How much is this? This is coming out to be 2251. 2251.46. Remember, they say you got to clear your debt at the end of 3 years. You got to clear your debt at the end of 3 years. So what is your balance? Balance was total debt, which is 6326.60 minus whatever you have paid. How much you paid? 2251.46. So the remaining you got to pay now. So we will do the calculations. Once you do the calculations, how much you'll get? 4075.1. That's the answer. That's the answer. Whatever is remaining, you got to pay the entire amount to be able to clear the debt at the end of years. That's the answer. Answer is option. Answer is option. This is a brilliant question. Remember, if you do these 7 questions, trust me, nothing more is required for your CAT. Nothing more. You just do these 7 questions before your CAT for installments. You don't have to practice an 8th one. If you do these 7, any question that you get in your CAT or in any competitive exam on installments, you'll be able to solve. So please make sure that once the video is over, you practice this session, practice these 7 questions once again. Okay, a few announcements that I need to make. First announcement is, as I said already, new batches are starting. I'm starting a complete new exhaustive batch, a beginner's batch on the 27th of October. If you have not joined Plus, Now is the time to enroll using my code Pariksha Live for maximum discounts and free mentorship. Yes, the 6 months price is there on your screen, 16,400. But if you need more discounts, you can always use my code Pariksha Live to get additional discounts and free mentorship. Remember, I think a 1 year subscription is best. Though I'm going to finish the syllabus in 4 5 months, but after that, we solve a lot of mock papers. We solve ZAP questions, NMAT questions, SNAP questions, right? So generally a 12-month subscription is ideal. But if you think 6 months is ideal, you can even go for a 6 month subscription. Remember to use the code Pariksha Live for more discounts. The iconic subscription is also available for those of you who are interested. And yes, a bumper iconic offer going on at this point of time. If you enroll, all benefits are yours. Remember, Pariksha Live, the code for maximum discounts and free mentorship. And yes, a comprehensive evaluation happens on Unacademy for all the mocks. Remember, to enroll for the mocks and get in-depth analysis session by experts, accurate and complete test performance reports. I think do definitely enroll. These are must-attend sessions and make use of the Ask It Out feature on Unacademy. That is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the class and I'm going to see you in my next class. Till then, goodbye and stay safe. Bye for now.